How you doing, guys? I just want to do a little quick what is it, a short. I'm gonna be sending some birds for the second time to Wisconsin. I guess somebody through YouTube saw some of the videos of some of the Cuban Pouters. I'm gonna send some birds that I usually wouldn't send out. Have some other birds that somebody's probably looking at to go to Tennessee. So I am gonna be I offered one of my chicks and they were willing to pay what I offered. And let me see. I don't know if it's gonna come out in the view here. Let me see. If you know what I've been working with, if you follow me closely, it's a brother of that bird. You're gonna see the resemblance. And probably gonna be one of the best birds in that area there for a while. So in the future, if he follows me on IG, I'll go ahead and post him and tag him. Like I said, just sharing the hobby. And I think you guys are gonna like what he's gonna be doing up there. And it's gonna be easier to meet up with anybody. I know there's other people in Wisconsin that have Pouters too. So hopefully it'll grow. It started off with like 2 or 3, and next thing you know, you got a neighborhood and a couple fanciers, and that's how I started here in Miami. Not everybody 10 years ago had birds, and now here in my neighborhood, on every other block there's birds, and sometimes multiple people. I have a neighbor across the street. Even though he hasn't been flying his birds, he still has his breeders, and probably in the fall he's going to be flying birds again. So just making friendships and networking, guys. I'm coming to record and you saw them go in. So if you could see him there, it's the brother of the grizzle I just showed flying. This is something I would usually keep for myself, but I'm heading into hawk season. I'm going on a trip shortly, and like I said, I offered him the chick at a certain price, and I think it's much cheaper than than you could get any bird of that quality. But I'm gonna have him go ahead and try to use him for his brooding stock over there. And if you look at the little hen, the recessive red grizzle, I also have her dad going out up there. It comes from a line of sporting birds from Pluma Suelta birds. So that is a great parent. He's actually sitting on eggs. I'm just gonna leave the mom alone with the eggs, and let's see what happens with that. I usually, before I ship out birds, I always get a setting of eggs, obviously because I like what I was working with, but I can't keep all of them. So let's see what he does with them up there in Wisconsin. Like I said, you can see he's a good dad. He's setting on eggs. My son fed them already before I got here, so thanks for getting in the way, sweetheart. You're gonna be tasked with raising the chicks, or it is what it is. I have a daughter of his. All right, so here we go. Okay. Got the AC hitting them. Almost there.